I have a story and water meditation to tell you this morning. Hopefully my little friend Sally will be joining us if she can stay on camera. And first I'd like you to find a cold glass of water. So you'll need a cup of water, just like this one, to follow along with my story. If you're able to go grab one now, that would be wonderful. In our programs at East Shore, we explore Unitarian Universalist traditions and religions so that we can help each other learn and grow and search for what is true and right in this world. Sometimes it's really difficult to figure out what is right or wrong and to understand why we feel and think certain things, or to get answers to the questions that we're really curious about, like, who are we? And how do we make a difference in this world? How does it all fit together? Exploring those questions together is some of the fun and freedom that this faith allows us. In Unitarian Universalism, we haven't been given a map for how to live our lives. Instead, Unitarian Universalism gives us things that can help us along the way. Those things are our principles, our covenants, our songs, our chalice readings, and we also have something called our 6 sources, and they all work together to help us live our lives. Last week in the offline activity packet for Recharge ESUC, I shared a story about how we store up potential energy and about one of our 6 sources of wisdom and knowledge, science. This week, I wanted to talk more about those 6 sources of wisdom and knowledge. The sources are the places that we can go again and again to help us understand ourselves and the world around us. So now is when you're going to need that cold glass of water. If you want to close your eyes, you're invited to follow along in your imagination for what I'm going to describe next. So you're in the mountains. It's a hot day like today, but you're safe from the fires and the smoke has cleared with a little bit of rain. You're sitting next to a cold creek. This is our first source. You can peer over the edge of the creek bank and look at yourself in the water. Our first thing that we value in Unitarian Universalism is our own direct experience. Can you imagine yourself at that creek, splashing around with the cold mountain water, washing your face and taking a gulp? Take a sip from your cold glass of water. Feel the sensations of the water as it goes down your throat and into your belly. Your body, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit are all an amazing and infinite source of wisdom and knowledge. Now, we walk from our first creek to a fork where we find our second one. And on our second mountain creek, we find the next source of wisdom, and that is from other people in the world, some that are alive today and those that used to be alive. Imagine these people, some people that you admire all around you at this creek, your best friend, your mother, your teacher, your neighbor. Imagine your favorite author, actor, singer, sports player. Imagine someone from history that you really look up to. These are the people that help to teach us and understand more about ourselves and the world. Take another sip of your cold glass of water and thank all of those people in your mind's eye. We walk again to another fork where the 2 streams meet and join a third and a fourth, already flowing together. Our third and fourth sources are our world's religions. Since time immemorial, people have gathered in community, searching for what is true and right and trying to make a way together, to make the puzzles and mysteries of life into some sort of understanding. And still today, we try to do this. When people gather with these invaluable questions and share bonds and belief systems, those become religions. Sometimes people write down those beliefs into sacred books like the Quran, the Bible, the Torah, the Bhagavad Gita, the Tripitaka. Can you imagine looking through those sacred texts at your river, mountain, creek, hearing the words of the leaders and the prophets of those religions? Take another sip from your cold glass of water as you imagine what they might say and that ancient wisdom that they might be able to offer us today. We stand up from this now rather large creek and look around. We go to our next creeks. We find scientific and humanist teachings and beliefs there. These teachings help us to understand more about the interdependent web of life and our humans' place within it all. We look to scientific discoveries like potential energy or the water cycle and how they can help us. Did you know that 71% of the earth is water? And humans, us, are made up of nearly 60% of water. Now that is interdependence. Take another sip from your cold glass of water. This is the source of life. We're brought to our last creek, feeding into this river of wisdom and knowledge. Our final source, our sixth source, is the earth and life itself. Scientific teachings are one way that we can understand life on earth and into the universe. There's other ways that we can understand what makes up life in the natural world, like earth-based religions, traditional environmental knowledge of First Peoples, and bringing us back to our original source, ourselves, and our relationship with the natural world. Take another sip of water and imagine this now large mountain river that you are standing in front of, where all of our 6 streams meet. This earth, your experience directly in it, can quench our thirst for curiosity. So give thanks for the abundance of earth, for water on earth, for the wisdom and knowledge that water offers us, and for these 6 streams and now large river that can help us with courage and patience to care for and protect life and all of our well-being. Thank you. I can now lead us in the East Shore Covenant, which you'll find in your chat as well. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to serve humanity in fellowship, thus do we covenant.